Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another installment of the Freaky Podcast. This is Barbershop Talk, minus the barbershop. I go by the name of TR, a.k.a. Teddy Riley, a.k.a. Tyrannosaurus Rex, a.k.a. The Realist. And of course, That's right. I'm joined alongside my other half of the Freaky Podcast, the light-skinned nigga who does dark nigga shit, Lex and Luther.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Man, a long time.
Yeah,
we back in here.
It has.
We said we're never gonna leave y'all, and we ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We may be
going. Look over your shoulders, honey. Look over your shoulders.
I'll be there.
We'll be there. You right there. Freaky Podcast, right over your shoulder, right here. Baby. Look right here.
This podcast is brought to you by Blueberry Hill.
Y'all niggas that don't know, Blueberry Hill's the shit.
I missed those pancakes. I made some of those pancakes a couple days ago. I love
Blueberry Hill is in, if we're not mistaken, Blueberry Hill is the one in Vegas, right? Isn't that Blueberry Hill?
You know I'm stupid. Right. I'm stupid. You know what I'm thinking about?
What? Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
I know you was. Thought I had your ass. But nah, man, let's get right into it because the people have been waiting long enough. Let's get right into it, man. You know, before we get into the topics, though, I want to get into this versus battle that was so hyped up yesterday that, you know, I was watching, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I was a little disappointed, man, because looking at it, I even told my boy, I told SG, I was like, look, man, I'm going with Nelly. And the reason why I was going with Nelly...
What?
Let me tell you why. The reason why I was going with Nelly, because I'm like, Nelly has hits. Nelly has hits. And you know how we was talking about Kanye, how Kanye has hits in different genres? Uh-huh. Well, Nelly is very similar with that. Nelly has hits in different genres. And I personally believe, and this is something that I was listening to after the verses, and Timbaland was right, Nelly would have not won the battle, but had a more impact if he would have played his cards and his playlist right. Nelly was all over the place. Nelly Wi-Fi was trash. I think his Wi-Fi was sponsored by like Waste Management or something. I don't know, bro. It was trash. The Wi-Fi was trash. Mm-hmm. I think him and Teddy Riley had the same connection, and it was just all over the place. But Ludacris, bro, I have a whole new level of respect for Ludacris, bro. Whole new level of respect.
See, I really don't watch it, but I can't sit there and just watch niggas play beats all day. I that's me personally. My ADHD won't let me do it. But overall, Ludacris got hits. He killing. He killing it.
I can honestly say I'm a man. When I make a mistake, I have no problem admitting I made a mistake. I apologize to Ludacris publicly on the podcast. Right. I forgot that nigga had hits like that. That nigga has hits. He has hits.
I remember he was doing this since I was 20 years.
Bro.
20 years of hits. 20 years.
When I say he OJ'd Nelly, nigga, that nigga OJ'd. Nigga, he made Nelly look like a damn kindergarten kid, nigga. He made Nelly look bad. Bad.
People got to really start thinking about when they challenge him on his verses. Like, you got to be more compatible. Like, you got to be somewhere that can go head to head, like, with hits. Like, to me, it's no contest.
Like, so my question to you is, they was actually did a debate last night with Swiss Beats and Tim, and they were trying to figure out who's like the next one coming up. And they was talking about Snoop, and they actually called Snoop, and they was like, who can Snoop honestly battle? And me and SG was talking about this yesterday, and I'm like, bro, I don't think Snoop can battle anybody because Snoop has such a amazing catalog. It's like, who could he really go up against? And Snoop actually said somebody that surprised me, and I was like, really? That nigga said Busta Rhymes. And I'm like, I can't see it. I like Busta, don't get me wrong. I just can't see it.
No, but exactly. But they just don't match. Because Snoop been doing it just consistently for years. Busta kind of did his thing. We ain't really heard too much from him.
Yeah.
About a year. So Snoop Dogg is always going to have, he going to have someone on the radio, regardless. Until even after he in the grave, he going to have someone on the radio.
Then they was talking about Missy versus somebody. And I was like, I don't know, because Missy got hits too. And then they was talking about LL Cool J versus Dr. Dre. Even LL Cool J was like, no. He was like, hell no.
Dr. Dre will watch that nigga.
And that's what, no, wait. That's what LL said. LL was like, no. He was like, Dr. Dre will watch me because not only does Dr. Dre have hits by himself, he could play Snoop. He could play Eminem. He could play Tupac. He could play anything.
NWA.
So he was like, nigga, like, he'll watch me. Like, there's no comment.
Lamar.
Yeah. So he
But
was like,
dang,
I'll get washed. Like, there's no, I'm not doing that.
it should be Dr. Dre versus Kanye. Kanye got Jay-Z, of course. He got Nas, Dipset, I believe. Uh,
Now, Snoop did originally call out Jay-Z. That would be a tight battle. I would listen to that. Snoop versus Jay, I can, but see, I don't know because that's still kind of like.
okay, you know what? Let's not even do Jay-Z because he has this whole bravado of bigger than everybody. He doesn't really get on social media like that, and I mean that's his thing. But it's don't even talk about it because it's like, what's the point? He's not going to want to do it.
And that's what Swiss B said. Swiss was like, Jay ain't gonna do it. Like, let's just keep it real. Jay ain't gonna do it.
For that, which is that's your favorite, which
They don't act like you don't like Jay-Z.
I do, but like, dude, like, I like artists who are people, like, with the people. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna say he's my favorite because I mean, to be truthfully honest, like I like Jay-Z. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, you said he was your favorite.
I would say honestly, my favorite rapper all time probably be Kanye. I like Kanye. Like I don't like Kanye. We ain't gonna talk about it, but I don't like Kanye views on everything. But Kanye music, I've been a Kanye. Yeah, I've been a Kanye fan since the first album. Like that's just
It's kind of like you with R. Kelly. I mean, I don't agree with him pissing on little girls and all that shit, but musically, the nigga's the greatest R&B of all time.
I mean, I would agree with that, and I have to. And I mean, that's another argument that we had on other episodes that I kind of changed my view on.
Right.
But we kind of getting off topic, but it's still cool because that's the barbershop talk. But R. Kelly musically is the GOAT when it comes to music. Other shit, I can't fuck with it.
No,
like, I can't.
Right.
Yeah. But getting back on topic, let's get into the first topic though. What's everybody watching?
Before we start to that, finish it. Who do you think should be the next battle? If you look like this. If you had your dream battle on Versus, what would it be?
My dream battle would be something with Kanye though. Like it would be Kanye, but like not this new stupid Kanye. Like I want Kanye to come with some heat from back in the day and like some of the new stuff too. So I would say Kanye. I don't know. Somebody said 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. I would like to see it. Just for the beef. Just for the beef.
The niggas, they need to be in a box.
They don't even get along. So just for the beef aspect of it, I would like to see it.
It would be stupid because the niggas, I'd rather see them box. I don't want to see them.
That too. I would like to see that too.
Every death match.
But like on a versus though, I would like to see Snoop versus Jay. I think that'd be cool for the culture. I think just like you said, to see Jay-Z in that element. Because we don't see Jay-Z like that. So Jay-Z is bigger than rap, bigger than all this shit. So just to see him kind of come down and be like, hey, I'm going to do this for the culture. Like, actually have him do something for the culture, I think would be big.
I honestly like how it started with the whole verses where producers going against each other. Yeah. I think more of that. It'd be perfect if they had Kanye versus like Dr. Dre or something like that.
That'd be dope too.
That'd be dope. I want to see that. I like Kanye. He's my favorite. Dr. Dre got 30 plus years of hits.
Yeah, that'd be dope. If we do Kanye versus Dr. Dre, that'd be dope. I that's probably my dream. That would be a dream battle.
I want to see Drake too.
You said Dre or Drake?
Drake. I want to see Drake versus somebody too.
Who would Drake versus though?
Somebody said Chris Brown, right? And to me, okay, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't care. Chris Brown has a lot of songs, but to me, he don't have a lot of hits. Like every album he puts out like 30 songs and be like 2 good songs on there.
Yeah, cause that last album, the Indigo, nigga, he had heat and no guidance. That's it. Like other than that, I don't like that.
What about Heartbreak on the Full Moon?
Yeah,
exactly.
They're like pills and automobiles or something.
What about Royal? What's his daughter's name? Royal, whatever it is. What about that?
Royalty. I think that one had like Back to Sleep and something else. That's about it.
It had like 30 tracks on the motherfucker. Like so.
I think Chris Brown. I think we was actually talking about this yesterday. Ironic that you said it. I think Chris Brown versus Trey Songz. I think that would be a good battle.
Yeah.
R&B wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they both do the same thing. They both kind of put out albums with like not a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying? Like they put like 2 or 3 hits. Trey don't put out a lot of hits either. Don't get it twisted.
But you know what? Okay, I guess I like Trey Songz better. because Trey Songz will put an album out and like his album be good. Like most of the album be good. He don't put a lot of stuff out. Like you ain't heard nothing for a long time, but his stuff be good. Chris Brown just he's like E40 of R&B. Like he puts stuff out, and it's like okay, you give him an A just because he puts stuff out, you know. But it's really like good. So
I mean, Chris Brown got a catalog of music like together, but like album wise, he don't put out. Let's just be honest, he don't put out good albums.
No, he doesn't.
He put out a lot of good singles, but not good albums.
Right.
There's a lot of artists like that. Like, I mean, we can talk all day about artists like that. There's gang artists that do that.
Chris Brown, but he does like a lot of songs. Like, look, okay, do me a favor. His last 2-3 albums, look at the track list. It's like at least 15, 20 tracks from the motherfuckers. Like, I think one of them was a double album.
Yeah, I think the last one, the Indigo one, was a double album. I'm about to look at it right now. I think it was a double album.
Like, dude, like, and I'm trying to listen, I'm trying to like it. I'm like, nigga, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Yeah, Indigo, I'm looking at it right now. Nigga had 42 songs. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, why, bro? Like that's insane.
And maybe 2 or 3 are, gonna stick.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. But nah.
We'll wait to see what the next one is. Hopefully.
I'm hoping it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Snoop versus Busta. That's what they're talking about. I think Snoop going. I mean, I like Busta. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Busta Rhymes fan. I think Snoop will wash his ass.
He got Snoop is too because he got stuff with the East Siders. Him and Dr. Dre. I mean, God,
that's the funny thing though. They can even limit Snoop to a decade, and he'll still wash Busta Rhymes. They can be like, look, nigga, you can only play stuff from 2000 to 2010, and he still wash his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's the crazy part. Like Snoop, you gotta think Snoop been having hits since the 90s, nigga. Yeah. 2 decades. Like he gonna wash. Whoever he go up against, he gonna wash for the most part. Like let's just keep it real.
But would he beat Jay-Z though?
No, bro. I think so. I honestly I would have to give it to Snoop. I would have to give it to Snoop because let me tell you why. Because Snoop has party hits, and that's what I think Ludacris won last night. Ludacris had niggas partying. Ludacris was like, "Oh shit, like this was my song," and it took you back. Like even Swiss was saying that it took you back to a moment where you were like, "Nigga, I remember where I was when I was doing this." Right. Like when that nigga played "Pimpin' All Over the World," I was like, "Nigga, I remember. Like I just got my car. Like I was taking SG here and there. Like we was driving, me and Mookie. Like you know what I'm saying. So it took me back to a moment from that song." Right. So that's what Snoop does. I don't think Jay-Z doesn't have that party music. Jay-Z has like that more so music where you just sit, right, smoking a cigar or you sipping some wine and you like, damn, nigga, it's cool.
Right. There's something I gotta listen to this. Like,
yeah, you gotta listen to what he's saying lyrically.
Right.
Snoop just got that party shit.
Right. Very commercial. Ludacris had a lot of commercial hits.
Exactly. Ludacris had a lot of commercial hits. Nelly, I don't know what the fuck Nelly was on last night. Nelly, the thing about it is, Nelly was playing some shit that niggas ain't never even heard. We're like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I'm trying to drop out, nigga. Fuck this, my listening part.
nigga didn't play number one. He didn't play. I don't know what the fuck he was playing. He was on some other bullshit. But anyway, I gave Nelly enough of my time. Nelly, by the way, everybody is sponsored by Metro PCS and Waste Management. Okay? All right, so moving along, we're gonna talk about what everybody is watching right now because you can't do shit but watch. Right. Unless you TR, you can read a whole bunch of books. That's what that nigga be doing. Yeah. But but nah. So TV shows that I've been watching right now, movies and shit. I finally finished Ozark season 1. I was very happy about that. Season 1. Ozark is a dope show, but you have to pay attention. Like you can't be over here doing something. You can't be washing dishes. You gotta pay attention, nigga. Yeah. Cause that shit is all over the place. I watched Becoming Michelle Obama, which I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit made me miss the Obamas in office. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think you said that shit on our last episode. I was like, damn, we need some presidential motherfuckers in office right now. Like, I wonder how shit would be with them in office with this pandemic right now. I watched Murder to Mercy, the Centoya Brown story on Netflix.
How was that?
It was actually really good. It was I didn't know nothing about her story, but to see it and to find out like what she went through and all, it was actually really dope. Netflix is doing a good job right now with documentaries. I think I like documentaries. Yeah. I watched Extraction. That shit was good with the nigga from.
On my list. I want to watch it.
Bro, that shit was good. It was action packed. I loved it. It was good. I watched Fractured. I told you about that one, right?
Oh
Fractured.
yeah, told
Or
you.
you told me about it.
Yeah, I told you about it.
That shit was crazy.
That was
That shit was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And then I watched Black AF, which I know you said you'll never watch, and I don't blame you. It's not for everybody. I
Yeah.
personally liked it. But it's not for everybody. Let's just be honest. And then obviously I watched Last Dance, which we'll talk about later on in the show. But yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Okay. Let's see. As far as myself, let's talk about For Life. Finally ended.
Oh, I forgot about For Life. Yeah, I've been watching that too. Go ahead though.
You watched finale?
Yes.
Did you watched it? Hello.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, you was tripping. You was in the Matrix a second ago.
Nah, I watched For Life. Yeah, that's my shit. I don't miss that for nothing.
Yeah, For Life. I watched it. The ending was kind of damn.
Yeah, the ending fucked me up.
Damn.
We ain't gonna give it away for niggas that ain't watched it, but you definitely should have watched it by now. But the ending fucked me up.
Yeah. I watched. Finally, How to Get Away with Murder. The series finale. I'm a little indifferent about that one. I'm glad it ended. It didn't leave you on a hanger, but it was kind of stupid in some ways. But it wasn't bad. It's one of them things. It's like cool.
You know what? I started to watch that show a long time ago. I really couldn't get into it because all the flashbacks. The flashbacks is fucking me up.
They do, but it's a good show though. It's a really good show.
All right.
What else am I watching? I watched Sonic.
I don't know. You told me about that shit with Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah, that shit good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out today. Actually,
that shit good. I watched The Banker with Samuel Jackson and Anthony Mackie. The black people who bought banks back in like I forgot what year it was. It was a long time ago, and they used a white person to do it.
What is that on Netflix or what?
It's on Apple TV actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good movie. Didn't know that.
Check it out.
I got a lot of stuff I want to watch. Like, I like The Flash, right? So the new series is coming on Netflix, season 6. I'm gonna watch Distraction. What else is on my list? I want to watch Den of Thieves. That show, the movie with 50 Cent. Ice Cube. Is it good?
No, I've been trying to watch it, but like I literally started, and then it has like a weird moment in the movie where it kind of dips, and I just like tune out. But like it starts off amazing. I ain't gonna lie. The beginning of it is great. So I just got to get over that. I guess that middle part because I heard it's really good.
Right. And this movie, movie I don't want to see because I look from a mile away, it looked like a damn train wreck. John Henry. That's my favorite trash. You know what that is? It's that show. John Henry, the big black dude, is played by Terry Crews, and Ludacris is like the villain in it. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, I think.
I ain't never heard of that shit.
I don't know if it's a Netflix original, but it's on Netflix. I heard it was trash. It looks trash, but you like trash. Go check it out. So
I like trash. All right, cool. I'll take the shot. It's cool.
Nah, just playing, kind of. It's another. I watched. It's a show called American Greed on is it CNBC, I think, or it talks about different it's like a documentary. They had this one case where it was this black lady who robbed Dennis Rodman, Ricky Williams, and some other people out of money.
What?
She became their friend and then became their financial advisor. It's almost like the show you turned me on, Dirty Money.
Yeah.
It's some shit like that, but it's called American Greed, and that episode was pretty good, so I'm gonna keep checking that one out.
All right, for sure. What does that come on?
That is, I saw it on demand. I think it's CNBC if I'm not mistaken, but check it out.
Spectrum or like on
Spectrum.
All right, I got you. All right.
Spectrum. And I'm watching Billions. Did I tell you about the show Billions?
Nah.
It's on Showtime. That's to do with the stock market and like this dude who runs like a hedge fund and is kind of getting inside information. One thing I'm not gonna recommend it because you can watch it if you want to, but I'm not gonna say I put my stamp on it because I like it personally, and some stuff I might like, you might, or nobody might like. So just throwing it out there.
Like I told you, I like Black AF. You're not gonna like it. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. I mean, Charlamagne don't even like it, and that's my dude. Like I fuck with Charlamagne. He's like, I'll never watch that shit. So it just depends.
It's too corny.
Yeah, I like it because I was just bored one day. And it was funny to me. But
no, whatever. You don't justify why you like it, brother. You like it, you like it. No, but
Yeah,
that's
fuck y'all. Fuck our two listeners. Nigga.
all right.
Nah, man.
But
But what you got? You got any other movies, TV shows? What you got?
yeah, I know I got something I want to watch. I'm thinking I'm looking forward to. Stuff I'm looking forward to. I'm looking at my list right now. Nah, not that I can think of right now.
Hey, not to cut you off, but speaking of TV shows and movies, it's kind of like a giffen, what is it called? A good and bad thing right now. Because I was actually driving by the drive-in, and the drive-in in Riverside is actually open right now.
I heard.
And that's dope. That's dope because I mean it gives you somewhere to go, and I mean you sit in your car and you get to experience. And I love the drive-in personally,
Yeah.
but when I was looking at the movies that's out right now, ain't no movies out. So that's the bad part.
Yeah.
Like it really ain't nothing out. But for those of y'all that listen to us that are in the IE, just word of the drive-in is open if you want to go somewhere and get out.
Damn. Speaking of movies, you know Black Widow was supposed to be out like last week.
Oh,
A week before, rather.
oh,
Damn. And it got pushed back to November.
oh. I was
Damn, that
looking
shit done
forward to
fucked
Black
up
Widow.
everything. We were supposed to have Black Widow May 4th. Then the end of the year is supposed to be Morbius and Venom.
Yep.
And both of those got pushed to the following spring, I believe.
Yep. So since we kind of, I mean, we can kind of switch gears if you want, but since we kind of on the topic, I mean, how are you feeling about like this whole pandemic right now?
I think let's say that Angry Man corner because I have
Okay.
a thing on that.
Okay, no problem. All
We'll,
right.
we'll circle back. Remember that we'll
Yeah,
circle.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So
That's fine.
okay, so another injustice was done that we just found out about it. His name was it Ahmaud? Or
We're gonna call him Ahmaud. Just be on the safe side. Out of respect.
I can't pronounce the last name. I don't want to disrespect the brother.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you live under a rock, it was a black guy in Atlanta, literally jogging, right? And these suspected white supremacists, I'm gonna say suspected because legal reasons, they lynched him. And for all of those people thinking lynching is you put a noose around somebody's neck, no, you literally took somebody, you killed him based, for who he was, for the race, whatever. That's a lynching. You lynched him, like, and without due cause, without nothing.
Yeah.
Apparently, the whole story with that is, let me rewind it. So this video that surfaced back in it surfaced recently, but it happened back in February.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole time they've been sitting on this video. Somebody had this video, and they just now arrested the adults that did it. They just arrested these white supremacists, suspected white supremacists, in connection with this. Now, when it happened, and the police want to go after him, the district attorney, who's friends with the person that murdered him, said, "No, don't do it."
Mm-hmm.
Right? They didn't want to arrest him back then because he was cool with the DA. And now with the video coming out, I guess they feel pressured to do so.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that the video, the person that leaked the video was the white suspected white supremacist lawyer. He thought it was going to clear them of anything, which actually it didn't. It made it worse. I just think it was some bullshit. I think he's lying. He probably just wanted to get them niggas or something.
Yeah.
So it was good.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is another injustice just to add on to the pile of more injustices that we deal with as African Americans in this country.
Yeah.
It's extremely sad. It's extremely unfortunate, and I hate to say it, but it's not nothing new. It's not something that what I'm saying. Like, and I don't want us as African Americans or people that's listening to this podcast to get desensitized to it and start accepting it because we can't accept this injustice. And I feel like a lot of us do that. Like we get like, oh, it's just another one. Like what? No, you can't feel that way. An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's a quote.
MLK.
It's far from somebody. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. So I mean, at the end of the day, like we got to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that pissed me off about this, that really pissed me off, is they tried to put out a video later
Mm-hmm.
where they were showing like him going into like this house and he was looking at the house. But even the homeowner came out and was like, we saw that video, we didn't put it out because he wasn't doing anything.
Right.
Saying like he didn't
Exactly.
do anything to harm
Right.
anybody, so we left it alone. But
Right.
he was like, I saw that video a long time ago.
Right. And now,
So it's just bullshit, man. If you ask me personally.
and they're just trying to find just the reason why they did it. Now, interesting enough, what they said was the guy who killed him used to be, I think he was a retired cop. So the word around town is like, hey, if you have an issue with some kind of legal issue, whatever, don't call the cops, call him. So they deputized this dude who's a retired cop. Which why they did it, I don't know. Which is bullshit. So he acted like Batman and took justice in his own hands. Now they showed the video. He went of Ahmaud. He went to like a construction site. Supposedly it was him. I don't even know if it was really him. It probably was. Whatever. He went to the construction site. They show him just looking in there, and he left. He didn't take anything.
Yep.
Now I don't know about you, but like if I see a construction site or something like that, I'm like, oh, what's going on? I like to see whether just to see what's going on. Like you're interested to see how they're making the house. It's just it's almost like an attractive nuisance.
But see, my question to you is, why? I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
Like I said, hope this don't sound racist, but whatever. White people do that. White people do that shit all the time. They see something going on. Oh, what's going on over here? Let me walk over here. Let me go over here. Oh, what the hell are you guys doing over here? Let me walk over here. Right. So it's okay for a white person to walk into that construction zone. It would have been perfectly fine. And it was okay for that white person to jog down that road. It would have been perfectly fine. But because you see an African American go into a construction zone, automatically it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like that, come on, that's not right. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah. Then another story said he was looking for water. Regardless of what he was doing, he didn't deserve what he deserved at all. Nothing. He didn't take anything. He didn't do anything wrong. His only sin was his sin. I mean, his only sin was his skin. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
And it's just, and to all you people, to all you fair-skinned people who always say we should get over it and all that, fuck that. No. You wonder why black people are mad. Black people always bring up slavery, bring up this stuff, because if you don't recognize your past, you're always bound to repeat it. You know what I mean? So we have to bring up the past every time. We're gonna do it every time to shit.
I heard somebody say something that really pissed me off too, and they were like, this is kind of back in the day when Obama was president, and they're like, oh, well, you guys got Obama, so y'all should be straight now. Everything should be even. Like, nigga, what? Like,
Obama,
what?
He was a 44th president. Cat Williams made a joke about this. He said, "If you want to see white supremacy, you go in the book of the
yearbook. White. Like, come on.
How you gonna have one black president who
and now everything that you've done from the beginning of time is just wiped out? Like, come on. Like, that doesn't make sense.
What about the 43 that came before him? So 43 to 1.
And the punk ass nigga that we got right now.
44 versus 1. That's even. Okay.
Are we even now?
But that's life for a black man, a black person rather. It's one thing we get, we're even. You can beat us down 1,000,000 times, but that one time you spare our life, we're good.
And that's why me and TR are preaching financial literacy.
Yes.
TR probably preaching it a lot more than I am. I don't have the patience to get into these books like I do, but thank God I got a brother that passed the knowledge down to me, and I appreciate him for it. But nigga, get into this stock game, because that's what the white people is doing. Get into, if you don't own your home, get the one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, start doing these things that you see these people doing, because financial literacy, generational wealth, teaching your kids how to do this stuff, that's all important, and that's all things that you need to pass down, man. Like me and you talk about it off the air all the time. Like, our parents didn't teach us that.
No.
So we had to learn we had to learn how to fix our credit.
Yeah.
We had to learn how to, interest rates, compound interest, all these things that we know now that is making us the men that we are and providing for our families and stuff. You gotta pass that down. You gotta pass that down, man.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up, because for a long time, I was always the one saying, I'm not voting. They don't do shit for black people. They ain't do nothing, whatever. But it hit me like a ton of bricks a couple weeks ago. And I said, you know what? You need to start voting. You know why? Because, and as this video showed, we as black people are not going to get reparations. It's not going to be equal for us. nothing's gonna be equal playing field for us. So guess what? We
Yeah.
have to make it equal playing field. What you do is you play the white people's game, the stock market. That's why I love the stock market, because now you can make so much money off of it now. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, whatever. As long as you have green money, you can make some money off it. So when I say about the vote now, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna get my like you said, financial empowerment and all that stuff by, hey, I'm gonna vote for this. I'm gonna vote for this person in office. I'm gonna vote for this person because guess what? They're gonna help boost the stock of the business I own.
Yeah.
Prime example, Joe Biden. Now, I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna vote for him. You know why? Because Joe Biden is going to he's going to increase Obamacare. He's going to do what Obama did and push it more. Now, what that's going to do is the stocks for healthcare. I'm giving you some game right now. Stocks for healthcare are going to go up.
Free game, everybody. Free game.
Yeah, free game. The stocks for healthcare is going to go up. Yeah. All because he's in office. Because he is for healthcare for everybody and all this, Obama, whatever. So I'm like, cool. You put your money where some healthcare in the healthcare industry, healthcare sector. Get you an ETF for healthcare, whatever you want to do. You're going to make some money. And that's how you become financially empowered, because they're not going to give it to you because you're black.
No.
You're not going to get your just due. So you know what? Take the shit.
Yeah.
Invest.
You got to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's sad to say, but everything that you own as a black man or everything that you have, you have to go out and get it. Ain't nobody going to give out nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sitting around waiting on stimulus checks and waiting on child support checks and waiting on all these checks to come, you know, reparations, all that. It's just not coming. Like, let's be real. It's not coming. So if you want something, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what one thing I could pride myself on. I mean, you know my story, TR. I know your story a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But like, we got to go out here and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Like, you got to go get it, and it's not gonna get handed to you. So all these people out here listening, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud to say a lot of our followers that I personally know, you know what I'm saying, is out here getting it. And I'm proud, you know what I'm saying, that y'all are really listening, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, it's taking hold. We're about to do a freaking podcast financial literacy class too, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna charge y'all niggas, you know, a real plate and a Shasta, you know what I'm saying, to get in.
A Shasta, really, like cherry, nigga, like cherry.
Yeah, nigga, Shasta Tiki Punch, nigga, get in, you know what I'm saying?
Like cherry, nigga.
But nah, man.
Unfortunately, that brother, I mean, back to that, it's fortunate that happened to him, man. But man, I think, and I love seeing the videos of black men. I think they were on the street. The dude that did it with guns with the cops. They had their own guns because I think you could hold in Atlanta. So I love to see that. Like, nigga, practice your Second Amendment. Fuck that. Practice your Second Amendment. Don't be scared of guns. No, be scared of nigga. Be scared to not have one. How about that?
Absolutely. But no, RIP. Do
it the legal way though.
Yeah, RIP to Ahmaud though. Definitely did not deserve what he was given.
Not at
all. I want people to keep that same energy. And the reason why I say keep the same energy is because just because these people were arrested, that doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't stop there. Y'all gotta. That's another thing too. You gotta understand the criminal justice system. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he was arrested, don't mean absolutely nothing. Right. We want a conviction. Okay, we need a conviction. Because just like what happened with, I can't think of his name right now because it's early in the morning. I'm sorry. But you know who I'm talking about that got off for killing Trayvon.
George Zimmerman.
Yes, George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman got off. And we all know Stevie Wonder could see that he killed Trayvon.
No, hold on.
So we need a conviction. We don't need the arrest. The arrest is cool. Don't get me wrong. It starts there, but we need that conviction.
And I'm gonna go one further than that. We need a conviction that actually justifies the crime. Go back to, I think it was last year. What's that girl's name? Who killed Bohem Jean in his house?
Yeah.
And she got a
hug. Yeah.
Remember that shit? That was last year.
When she walked into, for people that don't know, she walked into what she thought was her house and saw him, and it was the wrong floor. Like, come on, bro. Like, so you killed the dude? You didn't even call 911 and be like, hey, somebody's in my house. You immediately just shot him. Like, come on.
And she got a hug.
That's crazy.
From the judge, and her time didn't really match up with it. So,
so we need a legitimate conviction. Not 2 months in jail. Like, hell no.
We need close to death penalty for this.
Yeah.
We need death penalty for this. I'm sorry. Then this is a heinous. This is a lynching. It was premeditated.
Yeah.
Death penalty.
So I agree with that all day. I agree with that. But like I said, RIP to Ahmaud. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna go to a positive thing right now, which, like I said, something that we kind of talked about on the previous episodes called Lex's Roses.
Yeah.
We're just basically giving people, like I said, they roses while they're still alive. One of these people, unfortunately, had passed, and I still want to give them their roses. Andre Harrell. For those of y'all who don't know about Andre Harrell, dude, music wouldn't be music without Andre Harrell. Let me tell you something. Like I made a list for Andre Harrell on my phone of like people that this dude musically impacted and started their career. First of all, there would be no Bad Boy Records without Andre Harrell.
Right.
So that's no Diddy, no Mace, no 112, no Biggie.
No shiny suits.
No shiny suits. Like the whole 90s, like none of that would be here without Andre Harrell. Heavy D, bruh.
Yeah.
No Andre Harrell. No Andre Harrell, no Heavy D. Jodeci.
Mary J.
Blige. Guy. Teddy Riley. Uptown Records. Timbaland. Aaliyah, Missy, Genuine, all that wouldn't be here. Like basically your whole 90s catalog would be gone without Andre Harrell.
Right.
So let's just give Andre Harrell his just dues. I know he's not here, but I mean, RIP to that man. I want to just shout him out. Dude is dope. That's my Lexus Roses. I got one more real quick, and I'm gonna give it over to you if you got somebody. Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige.
Yes. That's a great one. This is a great one.
Mary J. Blige is the queen, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. I was sitting here one day bored watching BET Awards where they actually gave her her Lifetime Achievement Award, and I was like, Mary got hits, like dumb hits. And the crazy part is I've seen Mary in concert twice, and I always forget because this is so long ago. But she had the concert rocking.
I was about to say that.
Rocking.
Yes.
So, Mary, we love you. You know what I'm saying? From here at the Freaking Podcast, that's our Lexus Roses, or my Lexus Roses for this podcast. And Mary J. Blige, Andre Harrell, man.
Let me piggyback on Mary J. I think I haven't been to a lot of when I went to the Essence Festival, it was one big concert, a lot of stuff. To me, she was the best of all of them. Like performance-wise, everything. I love Mary. Like her, I can see her perform anytime.
Yeah.
Like nigga, Mary is the shit. And that's
she
great.
Sounds good. Like a lot of these artists don't sound good in concert.
Right.
Mary sounds excellent in concert.
She put a show. Excellent. Yes. I mean, I saw Nunu took me. We went to go. I took somebody's ticket to go see Janet Jackson, and I was falling asleep. I was like, this.
The pleasure principle.
If you want to do all that shit, nigga, shit. But Mary, 20-something years later, still rocking it.
Still killing, bro.
I want to see Mary J. After this shit's over, I gotta go see another Mary J. concert.
Yeah, Mary rocks, man. I seen Mary twice, and both times I was just like, she's talented.
Yeah,
she's talented. So shout out to Mary, shout out to Andre Harrell. Those are my Lexus Roses. You got anybody you giving some to?
I got two of them, and one of them you ain't gonna like.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say that one for the last one.
Of course you are. I said, of course you are. Go ahead.
I said that's for last. First one I want to give my Lexus Roses is to the Wall Street Trapper.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know Wall Street Trapper is he's a social media presence. I don't know what you want to call him. Yeah. He's on Instagram.
Yep.
And he teaches Black people, especially, the game about the stock market.
Yeah.
Now, this dude, let me tell you his story. So go quick with it. He went to prison for like 10 years, right? He said he was in the streets, drugs, doing all kind of shit. He beat some charges. So he was in the pen. And what happened was he got in a fight with some people. They put him in a hole. In the hole next to him is a white person. So the white person is like, hey man, you playing the wrong game. And he said, and so he's so amped up from the fight. He said, man, what the fuck you talking about playing the wrong game? It's real out here. What are you talking about? Ain't no games. He was like, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're playing the wrong game. You guys are fighting this and this and that. You should be getting your money or something, he said. And through that conversation while he was in the hole, the white dude I think he was in jail for like securities fraud. White collar crime,
Yeah, white collar crime.
Right. The dude spit the game at him.
Mayo be heavy on that shit.
Yeah. Mayonnaise. And that's how he learned about the stock market. From oh shoot, hold on. Let me I'll call him back. That's how he learned about the stock market. And since then, since he got out, he changed his whole life. He dedicates his whole life until teaching people, especially black people, financial literacy and everything with the stock market. And when I say that he breaks it down to where you can understand it. Go to his page, show him some love. You'll learn everything you need to know. And he's so relatable and so respectful. It's like,
he's dope.
Like, and he makes it so simple.
Yeah.
So my rose is gonna go to that brother because through this pandemic, he really changed my mind, my thought process. Yeah, I really appreciate him. I never met him in my life, but man, like you feel like he's family. You know,
we're gonna try to get. Honestly, I was actually gonna talk to you about this off air. We're gonna try to get him actually on the podcast if we can.
If we do it, the price going up, so you gotta be soon.
Shit, we gotta figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it on the freaking podcast, Amax. Nigga, we got it. So, all right, so who you got for number 2?
Number 2, you ain't gonna like this, but Chris Paul. Yo, Chris Paul. Okay, and then what made me think about this is, right, with this whole Last Dance coming up, Last Dance show talked about, people are coming up with the GOAT decisions, right? No. I need you to move your pillow for this and put some respect on this nigga name.
Chris Paul, bro.
They've been talking about hold on, let me finish. They've been talking about like the best people at their position, the GOATs and all that, right? And I know, I think one of the last episodes I watched was like Gary Payton and shit, whatever. And they're talking about, best top point guards. To me, Chris Paul is a top 3 point guard. I'd say top 5. High top 5 point guard. Chris Paul doesn't get enough respect. I think personally because people don't like him for whatever reason. But you got to think about what he's done for organizations. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Chris Paul has went to different organizations and turned them around. He made them playoff bound. The Hornets went to the playoffs. He went to, of course, Houston. They almost won. If he didn't get hurt, they would have won the championship probably. If he didn't get hurt, they would have beat the Warriors in that 7-game series. We know that. Okay. Who else did nigga go to? The Clippers. What were the Clippers before Chris Paul? I don't care what you say. The Clippers weren't shit. When he came, they came Lob City. He turned that team around. Even though they didn't go far, but the fact they were so low when he got there, he took them to a playoff.
I agree with everything you're saying, but him and Kevin Durant have a lot in common. Let's just put it that way. Like, they just...
How?
Oh. Nigga just be getting punked, man. He be getting punked. Didn't Rondo punk his ass? Was it Rondo?
It was him and Rondo got in a fight. Yeah, him and Rondo got in a fight. They got punked. He got punched and they broke it up. What you want him to do? But we talking about basketball. We're not talking about boxing, my nigga. Right. Chris Paul, arguably top 5 point guard.
I
don't say top 3.
I can't. At the end of the day, I can't argue with your numbers and your stats. I can't. Like he is a good point guard. I will. I just don't like him personally.
The nigga was so big they beat on a trade.
Yeah.
If he would have went to the Lakers, nigga, it would have been like Thanos getting all the Infinity Stones. They said, nah, nigga, we ain't gonna snap today. David Stern said, you ain't snapping today, Thanos. And he vetoed the trade because Chris Paul was that good. He literally goes to teams and makes them contenders.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is a top 3. For me, top 3 point guards, and I'm not going way back in the day with Bob Cousy and all that, whatever. John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul.
Wait, whoa. Hold up. You said that's your top 3 of all time?
Yeah.
Are you smoking crack? Did you forget about Magic Johnson?
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Damn.
Are you smoking crack?
My bad. Okay. Magic Johnson, Stockton, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'll put them in that order. That's fine.
No disrespect. Fine. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Well, Magic is the greatest point guard.
Magic is the point guard GOAT, nigga.
Damn. How do I talk about Magic?
That's cool.
But yeah,
how you forget about Showtime, nigga? Showtime.
the nigga that beat Michael Jordan and AIDS at the same time.
Try to kill Tom Cruise. I don't know what to say.
Actually, he didn't beat Michael Jordan. They beat him, but whatever.
Hey, that nigga still kicking from AIDS though, or HIV, whatever he got.
Yeah. Lakers lost in '91. I remember that. Yeah, I remember watching the game. Anyway, Paul deserves roses. Give it to him while you're here. He's top 4 point guard of all time.
Yeah, I'll give him some dead roses. Whatever.
Don't be a hater. If he was a I wish he would have got traded to like this because you would have been, oh, Chris Paul, yeah, he's the
Whatever.
best ever. He's a Laker. Just like you did LeBron. You didn't like LeBron, but now he's your homie. Now you act like you don't know me.
Now you act like you don't know me. All right, moving along. What you got?
Hold on, let me send this text message off right quick.
Let's talk about this nigga E.T.
E.T.
Yeah.
Oh.
E.T. That nigga need the phone home.
No. That nigga, boy. So, crazy shit happened last week during this pandemic.
Yes.
Don't think niggas ain't getting it in during the lockdown.
Yeah, niggas is wildin'.
Niggas wildin'. So, Earl Thomas, if you don't know, he's a strong safety for the Baltimore Ravens. Formerly
from, what is it? Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks, Louisiana Boom. Arguably one of the best safeties ever played. I wish Dallas would have got him. We tried to get him, couldn't do it.
That nigga went in y'all locker room.
Huh?
That nigga went into y'all locker room with the Seattle Seahawks shit on. Y'all still couldn't get him.
Come get me. Give us free. But recently how reports goes is that him and his wife, she was getting mad at him or whatever.
Allegedly.
Because he was drinking so much or whatever. You know, he's in lockdown, he ain't got nothing else to do, like whatever. They got in a fight. He left, his brother picked him up. So she's looking for this nigga. And she checked his social media, his location on Snapchat or something like that, which is crazy. Damn, social media is a hater. But anyway,
facts.
It saw his location that he was at an Airbnb. So
social media and Mad Dog and some haters, but what the
So I'm not gonna let you slide past that one. But anyway,
Mad Dog blocked like LeBron in Mexico. They like,
James with the rejection. I was looking at the videos the other day. No, we'll talk about
anyway,
that.
back to ET. Back to ET.
So Earl Thomas's wife called her friend and said, "Hey, pretty much we gotta go ride on this nigga." She went and got a knife and his gun.
Yeah.
Right. And if you have a gun in the house, side note, make sure everybody in the house knows how to use it. Just keep that in mind. So she went to the house, she went there, she bust in, she got the gun to his head. Luckily, he wrestled the gun away, and the police came and she said, well, she wasn't gonna shoot him because the magazine was empty, right? But not knowing you need to have gun literacy because you need to check the chamber. You have to rack it a couple times to make sure it's not one in the chamber. It was one in that chamber. So she could have been fucking around, wanting to shoot and just play. She could have killed this nigga.
Shot his ass, killed his ass.
So she caught him and his brother running trains on hoes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Try to kill Tom Cruise. I don't know.
Hey, I ain't the judge. Hey.
No. Nigga can't tackle Derrick Henry. Maybe he can tackle these hoes.
You see that meme they had Derrick? They said he couldn't tackle Derrick Henry, but he got the gun away from his wife. And that's just crazy. It's like in that moment, was she justified for doing that?
Nah, that's a little much, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. Because this thing that we're joking about could have been a tragedy. We could be on this podcast right now saying R.I.P. E.T. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest safeties of all time.
Give it some Steve McNair shit.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So with that being said, it's like, thankfully that we can, joke about it and, and say shit like that. But this could have been a tragedy. Like, real talk. Because a lot of people, because of gun safety and what you just said, a lot of deaths happen. People playing, not knowing that bullet is in the chamber because niggas don't know how to use these guns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy to me. I mean, like I said, it's thankful that we could joke about it, but it could be a lot worse.
Right.
Be a lot worse.
That was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
The fact that she got her friend went over there, and to me, it seems like this is not the first time. You know, it's shit. Song itself goes on a lot, so it's just like another thing for her to do. Is just she went too far with this time. I mean, given I understand how you hurt, you getting cheated on, whatever, but you know.
And then supposedly, from what I heard, like they back cool and everything's straight.
Of course, you think they weren't?
I'm like this.
It's just I don't know. I mean, he can't testify against her in court, which is a good thing. But if the DA picks it up, that's a whole different issue.
Yep.
It's not up to him. So more than likely, she'll get the charges dropped because you know he got money, he's a celebrity, whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
And speaking of,
insane. Go ahead.
Oh, change the subject. So speaking of football and niggas doing stupid shit, you hear about them two niggas that robbed. One played for the Giants, I think. The other one played for the Redskins.
Mm.
Two, they were at a party or something like that, and they robbed people for money.
Niggas is wilding right now. Niggas ain't got nothing else to do. Like, niggas is wilding.
Like, you take training camp, you take structure away from a nigga, and look what they do.
Niggas is wilding. Tell you.
That shit crazy.
Niggas out here robbing stores for draws, like Dallas Cowboy players and stuff.
Who?
Didn't that nigga from the Cowboys rob somebody for his draws a couple years ago or something? Or went to the store and robbed like Nordstrom or something?
I'm not saying it happened. I just don't remember. But
that was like years ago though. That was years ago. But niggas is wilding. Let's just put it that way. Niggas is wilding right now.
Yeah.
But nah. So moving right along. Let's get into fan favorite Angry Man Corner. I actually thought about it. Remember how we said we was gonna think about it? I actually do have an Angry Man. So you want to start it off since it's your segment, or you want me to start it off?
I have one. Let me go ahead and start off. Yeah. I understand during this pandemic we have to be locked down, right? Now, it's been 2 months, and I think stuff is starting to open up, but what they're choosing to open up is bullshit. Let me tell you why. These niggas said, and during Mother's Day, they think they're fucking slick with this shit. They're gonna open up flower shops for Mother's Day. Who's to say flower shops are essential? Well, I mean, how did that get precedence over people like getting your hair cut and nails done, whatever? You know, I can literally go. This thing makes me mad. I can literally get a haircut for my dog right now, and no problem. But nigga like me, I go to the Underground Railroad to go get one. Like I literally had to be like, where'd you go? I don't know. Like you literally have to. You literally can't. You can't rat. You can't snitch. You can't say nothing. Like getting a haircut is illegal right now. But yeah, a dog can get one, and you can buy some flowers. You know what? Go on with this bullshit. Open this shit up. Let niggas do it.
Some of the essential businesses that they opened up. I'm trying to look up one of them because one of them really pissed me off. Oh, I know what it was. They opened up car dealerships. I'm like, how the fuck is that essential right now? Talking about, we're gonna open up the first phase. We're gonna open up dealership showrooms so you guys can go look at cars. Motherfucker, how is that essential? Like, Nick, I don't. What do I need to go buy a car for? I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit going on right now. What the fuck I need to go buy a car for?
Right.
Like that shit is stupid. That was one of the dumb ones.
That was. Because I mean, the only thing you really need is if you need a new car or something like that, and you have one, you need to get it fixed. So auto shops and stuff like that, stuff to keep it moving. But buying a car, like really, nigga.
Nah.
You can't go nowhere. You're supposed to be in the house.
Can't go nowhere, nigga. The car is sitting in the garage right now. Been sitting in the garage for a minute.
Right.
So that shit is dumb. But no, for my Angry Man Corner, I want to give it to y'all lovely Vice President Mike Pence. Did y'all hear what Mike Pence did?
About the going places with no mask?
Well, no. So he did two things. First of all, he went into the COVID-19 hospital, the one that's like the main hospital, I guess, out there in Washington, D.C., where like a lot of people were being housed. And he was the only nigga in there with no mask. The nigga refused to wear a mask. Like, nigga, you're supposed to lead by example. Like, you want us to wear a mask, but you going in there talking about, oh, I get tested all the time. I don't have anything. I don't have to wear a mask. Well, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something. I'm to your point, they don't really care if we wear a mask because him and Trump want this shit over. They really don't. They just going along with it because you have to. But honestly, if it was up to them, we'd be regular. So that's why they act like that.
And then another thing that he did that pissed me off, speaking on the mask, he went to another hospital to deliver masks, right? But he forgot that this nigga Mike was on and it was hot. So he's delivering the shit. And one of the Secret Service agents or somebody was like, hey, you know that box is empty, right? There's nothing in there. He was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna act like it's heavy and put it down, and it's all good. I'm like, nigga, like, so you basically just lied on national TV with a hot mic, like, there ain't shit in the fucking box. We can hear you, nigga. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, so that's my angry man corner. Like, this shit is getting out of hand. This pandemic is getting out of hand. Like, we just need shit to go back to normal.
This whole party's out of order.
On, man.
You're out of order. I'm out of order. This whole party's out of order.
The whole fucking party's out of order. Nigga, shit is stupid. Like, it's insane, man. Yeah. It's insane. So that's my angry man corner. Is Mike Pence, y'all vice president, because he damn sure ain't mine. So y'all vice president.
Make sure you get to them polls in November, man. Change this shit.
Yes, please, man. Please. And I'm gonna shout you out on something. I didn't hear what you just said, so go ahead and say it again. Go ahead. What did you just say?
Make sure you get to the polls in November.
No, after that. You said something after that.
I said because my investments count on it.
Oh. Nah, what I was gonna say is you said something valuable to me because I stopped voting. I'm gonna be honest. Let's keep it real. I was like, I'm not voting because one vote don't matter. That's how I felt. Right. But when you think about it, if a lot of people collectively feel that way, that could sway the fucking vote. Like, let's say like 1 million people feel the same way I do. That's 1 million people not voting. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, in this particular election, I am getting out there and I'm voting.
Right.
Whether my vote impacts it, it doesn't matter. At least I can be in a conversation. I can talk shit. I can say whatever I want to say because I voted. That's how I feel.
And not just as the president, but the one thing that really helps impact is the local and House representatives.
Yeah.
The House. So you have to vote for. It's not just the president. It's like your local governments, your House representatives. All that really helps.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And it's funny because all y'all niggas out here not voting, but y'all show cost them stimulus check. And I'm talking about myself too, because I didn't vote and I cashed that bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I voted under duress. Like I had to, like, you know. You know. If I don't vote, I get looked at like I got the Ebola or something.
Yeah. I honestly haven't voted in a while. I think the last time I voted was probably for Obama. And the only reason I voted is because
I wonder why. Why?
Because he's black. I ain't know shit about his politics because he's black.
Like everybody did. Like I did, yeah.
Like what did that nigga say? One comedian said, he was like, let's just get his ass in. We'll figure it out later. Okay? Get the first one, the black one in. We'll figure it out later. Nigga. Shit. Can't be worried about his politics, who he care about. Just get that nigga in.
Shit. Worry about it later.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it is what it is. But keeping it moving, let's talk about one of your favorite rappers of all time. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
AKA, you mad?
AKA James Harrison.
Oh, you mad?
AKA James Harrison. Anyway.
Wow.
You know that's some foul shit. We can talk about that after this. That was some bullshit. But
to be honest with you, TR, I don't even know what the fuck happened. Like, I really don't.
I gotta read the whole thing, but supposedly he was on maybe some kind of interview. You know, niggas run their mouth and shit, right?
Yeah.
He said Mike Tomlin gave him an envelope. And I guess he's alluding to some money in it to put a hit out on one of those receivers back in the day. Like some bounty shit. Like, why would you? First of all, you snitching on a brother. I don't like that. First of all, I like Mike Tomlin. And why 10 years later, whatever, you bring this shit up to make him look bad? Like,
I think, if I can be honest with you, I think James Harrison is still kind of mad because he feels that he can still play, which he can. Yeah. Truthfully, he can. But we're moving on. As a Steelers organization, we move on. And go ahead.
No, I said it's funny you say that because he said if he had opportunity right now, he'll still go back to the Patriots.
Yeah, and that's fine. Do your thing, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, he wants to play, which I still follow him on Instagram. He can play.
No, he can
still play. There's a lot of players out there that can still play.
Exactly.
We're moving on. Like, as an organization, we're moving on. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys do it. And honestly, I used to get mad at the Cowboys for doing it. We do it now, too. We probably cut players or move on probably before we should. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that's a football thing. It's not. I used to get so mad at the Cowboys for doing it, but it's really just a football thing. Like, we're moving on. Like, we're
right. It's and especially in football, it's a young man's game. Unfortunately, your time for, like, you could be in the league for like I think the average like 4 or 5 years. It's not that long.
Yeah.
And James Harrison been doing it a long time, and he should be happy. Why would you shit on him? And think about the time he did give you a chance. Like, the nigga he wasn't drafted, he was undrafted, he played and whatever. He came and balled, earned a spot. Mike Tomlin looked out for him. At the end of the day, it's, we have to go and do what's best for the team. We have to get younger. And that's just what it is. Right into the sunset, do your thing. I mean, you ain't got to shit on a nigga. Yeah, Mike Tomlin, he told me about these 3 bitches over there. Yeah, they was giving up everything behind the bunker over there, but don't say nothing. Like, nigga, why would you just rack that shit out? Like, some shit just kept in-house. Like, that's why, I don't know, man. That shit didn't sit well with me. But we kind of got off topic with this.
Well, no, one more. I mean, we got off topic, but since we on the NFL, I want to touch topic. I actually was supposed to bring this up to you, and I totally forgot. But this was kind of like breaking news a little bit a couple of days ago with Russell Wilson. Did you hear about that?
He got no MVP votes or something like that?
Well, that's something that was kind of big, but not really too big. The fact that they were going to trade him to the Chicago Bears. Did you hear about that?
Nah, not really.
Yeah. So, like a week ago, the report got out. I guess one of their GMs or somebody that was in their front office left the Seahawks and was like basically contacted NFL Network and was like, yeah, they was about to like literally trade him to the Chicago Bears of all places for next to nothing. So if I'm Russell Wilson, like, how do you feel about that? Like,
when was this?
I'm gonna send it to you. I posted it the day it came out, but this was like a couple years ago. Okay. It was actually 2018. They were gonna trade Russell Wilson. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not to the Chicago Bears. They were gonna trade him to the Browns.
Well, I heard Browns. I heard that.
They traded to the Browns. I'm sorry, not the Chicago Bears. Wrong information. To the Browns for their number 1 draft pick because they were gonna trade him for was it Manziel or whoever they got right now? One of them two. Not Manziel. I want to say Manziel. Baker Mayfield. Right? That's what their quarterback is.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Whatever. Some sorry ass nigga. I'm gonna trade him for him or whatever. And at the end of the day, like, I'm just like, damn, as Russell Wilson and being the face of that organization and literally putting that organization on their back, getting championships, all that, like, how does that make you feel?
You see why Earl Thomas flicked him off his last year there when he got hurt? You see why he flicked him off? See what they did to Cam Chancellor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they didn't run the ball on the 1 yard line. So it kind of tells you.
Yeah, and honestly, I was looking at a podcast yesterday about that where Marshawn, we totally off topic, but whatever, who cares? It's barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Marshawn Lynch was talking about that shit. He said, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. He actually gave me a visual of what it was in the huddle. He said he was standing in the huddle with everybody else, and Russell went to the sideline, came back, said the play, and everybody had their head down. They looked at each other like, break. He was like, nigga, we about to lose this shit. He said he knew instantly when he heard the play, he was like, this shit is over. Because he said everybody in the sideline when Russell went to the sideline, everybody was like beast mode. Like,
yes,
nigga, the whole world knew it was gonna be beast mode. Like, everybody.
2nd and 1. Who you gonna give it to?
So, like, he literally put his head up and was like, "Oh, y'all niggas don't want to win. Like, this is what this is. Like, y'all don't want to win."
That's that bullshit.
And truth of the matter is, and honestly, he said it, and I believe it. They did not want him to win MVP of that game because if he wouldn't win MVP of the game, he doesn't like the media. He wasn't going to talk.
That's what it was.
So they did not. They wanted Russell to win MVP. That's what it was.
He's a safer vote.
Yeah. So that's that bullshit. Totally off topic, but it is what it is.
Who cares?
Who cares?
So going back to our original topic, Tekashi 6ix9ine, right?
Yes, sir.
Now people are mad or whatever, but I'm not. He got out of jail and he's pretty much living up to who he is. Mm-hmm. And to me, I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at him. I love it. Let me tell you why. 25 plus years ago, Chris Rock made this movie called CB4. Mm-hmm. Right? You see CB4?
Yep.
Good movie. And it was definitely ahead of its time. Pretty much they talk about this nigga who had no street cred, who wasn't really street at all. He had 2 parents. I mean, he lived in a nice middle-class household. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be a gangster rapper, so he took someone else's persona. He went and became a gangster rapper. Mm-hmm. Just like that. It reminded me of Tekashi because if you look at this nigga from a mile away, this Mexican dude, little Mexican dude with colored hair and all this crazy tattoos, 6ix9ine, all this shit, he looks like a fucking clown. Nothing about this nigga seems gangster. So you stand behind him and you endorse him to be a gangster and stuff like that. He looked like he will snitch on some shit. Like it's like, I'm not surprised. Mm-hmm. And for you to be gangster and all this and that, you let this nigga infiltrate your shit and shut it down and got you looking stupid. Now he got all these rappers out here mad and shit. like Meek Mill and them talking shit, talking about he a rat and all this shit and that. What you gonna do about it, nigga? What you gonna do about it?
Run up on me if you want to. Man. I got these fucking bodyguards and I got this fucking police escorts every fucking where. Nigga, run up on me if you want to.
Right, and to me, what Tekashi is doing, he's exposing these rappers for being gangsters too. Because if you so gangster and you mad at what you're doing, go pull up on them and do something. Mm-hmm. Go do something. I think the only person that almost did was YG that time, but he was running from YG. But everybody else talking shit and all this, and what Snoop is saying all this, and go do something to the nigga, man. You a Crip, all this shit. Go show us what it's about, what you talking in your music. But nobody gonna do that. And he
at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna do shit.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. He's trolling the shit out of him, and he said something interesting. I'm looking at Snoop kind of a little different too. He was like, "Well, Snoop, show your paperwork. They said you were snitching too. Go read that." Him and Snoop was going back and forth about that. He said, "Don't think when I got into this and Snoop about ratting and stuff like that they didn't talk about other people. Snoop, you want to inform people what you know because they supposedly that he snitched on Suge or whatever. It's some shit going on. I didn't even know." Not saying it's true or not, but allegedly, no, I don't know. And Snoop said he denied it, whatever. He said Suge did an interview and denied it, whatever. Not saying he did, but the fact is, how many other rappers out here like this, just like him, but they keep it behind closed doors. They big talking in front of you, but truly behind the doors, they ratatouille niggas. Right. And my whole thing with the ratting thing, this is my whole thing about it. If you claim to be a gangster, all this shit, you have to live by code. You can't snitch or whatever. I'm not enforcing it because I ain't no gangster, I ain't no snitch. I'm a regular middle-class citizen, tax-paying citizen. I don't do all that, right? So
don't get down with all that fuckery.
This right here battle is for the real gangsters, nigga. You mad at he ratted, y'all go do something. If you're just a normal person like myself, whatever, shut the fuck up. Who cares about ratting and shit like that, nigga?
Personally, I don't give two fucks about this shit because it's above my pay grade,
right?
And I personally don't care. Like a lot of people was mad about him ratting. I personally don't give two fucks,
right?
Like at the end of the day, like he did what he did. That's that man. And if like TR said, if you got a problem with it, run up on a nigga because you ain't gonna touch him. I guarantee you not gonna touch him.
Right?
Like
no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I had to start.
No, go ahead.
Out of all these rappers, the realest one passed away, Nipsey Hussle. Because Nipsey Hussle did an interview, and he didn't say his name. He said, and I think it was Big Boy, and asked him what you think about such and such. He was like, you know what? Sometimes like that, you don't pay it no mind. You put it on Goofy Time.
Yes.
Remember that? He said you put it on Goofy Time, so you don't give it no light of day. Why, if you so gangster, why are you giving him? He's a fucking clown. Let him do what he do. Okay, okay, that's fine.
And think about it like this: we do get that nigga Goofy time. We do literally get that nigga time because when he got out and this nigga picked right back up where he was, 2 million people watched his Instagram.
Right.
2 million people.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. So like, y'all niggas really want to hear what he talking about. You obviously give a damn to watch that shit because last time I checked, shout out to Nip again.
All day.
We was watching Versus yesterday. It was only 450,000 on there. So it wasn't that motherfucker. Many people give a fuck about Versus. But 2 million people worldwide gave a fuck about what Tekashi was saying and where he at and what he doing. So it's like, come on.
Right.
Like y'all niggas is feeding y'all literally are giving this nigga the energy that he wants.
Right.
Because if we stop and we cut that nigga off, like Nipsey said, he ain't gonna have no fucking power. He ain't gonna have shit.
Nipsey, the realest one. That's what he said. Put him on Goofy Time. Don't even pay it no mind. What's the point? It's not worth your time. Like
I remember that interview.
Yeah.
Yep, facts.
Yeah, so like with Meek and shit like that, and he needs to apologize. Nigga, shut the fuck up. He needs to apologize for being a rat. Nigga, he's too far below you to even worry about that shit. You obviously care so much or whatever, so you must be on some goofy shit too. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it's sad that I'm gonna use a Snoop quote, a Snoop line to try to wrap this up. But Snoop has a song that I like, and one of his lyrics in the song, he says, "I'm too high up in the clouds to ever give a fuck about that." You need to really listen to that lyric because if you carry yourself on a pedestal, it's kind of like we talked about earlier with Jay-Z. Jay-Z don't give a fuck about Tekashi. Jay-Z up here. Why the fuck do I care about Tekashi?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You never gonna hear Jay-Z comment on Tekashi. You never gonna hear Jay-Z mention Tekashi name. Like Jay-Z is way up in the clouds to fucking like what's the old saying we say? It's like nigga, elephant don't pride himself with an ant. Like you just don't.
No. If you that big and you doing what you're supposed to do, you ain't got time to worry about it. Like so, but if you are, then you might have to rethink your focus. Something must not be right in your life. Ain't no disrespect to Snoop, but bro, like,
and you know me, I ain't disrespecting. I love Snoop.
no, I love Snoop too, but it's like
But
it's too.
it's
This is
like,
for
come on,
below
bro.
you. This is too below you. Like you don't even need to
Yeah.
comment on this shit. He says, okay, who gives a fuck? Like nigga, like them niggas that he did that shit on were stupid enough to let him infiltrate his shit. This nigga literally is like, it's like sitting on the train tracks with a train coming through and saying, hey, is that really a train? Let me stand here and let me make sure it's a train. Like, you know it's a train coming through, but you don't get hit anyway. That's just so. Let him keep trolling. I think it's funny. Whatever. Who cares?
I mean, I think it is what it is. I mean, I don't personally give two fucks about it. I don't pay no attention. I don't follow the nigga on Instagram or no social media, so I really don't give a fuck.
Right.
Personally. But moving along to our main topic, I can't wait to get into this, man. I'm excited. So the main topic of this episode is the Last Dance documentary, but we're gonna add a little twist to it. We're gonna get into this heated GOAT discussion that me and TR have been having probably for years. And I don't know if we're gonna end it because it probably won't end because the GOAT honestly topic is your opinion versus my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna agree. Let's just be honest. We're not gonna agree. But it's just good to have this discussion. But before we get into the GOAT shit, let's talk about Last Dance. So Last Dance is supposed to end tonight, actually. For those that don't know, hopefully we get some J's tonight, some shock drops. I'm waiting for them Flints. I don't know about you, but if they come out, I'm hopping on them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. I mean, it's been a solid documentary. I don't personally like.
Hold on. So when the Flint's supposed to drop? You said it's a.
No. So like there was a shock drop the first week when the Last Dance came out of like the fives.
Okay.
And supposedly this dude I've been following on Instagram, he's been saying like this whole time they're gonna do a shock drop the last episode, which is tonight. So I'm assuming that the shock drop tonight, even he said it is gonna be the Flints. And the reason why is because the Flints were supposed to come out a long time ago, but once the pandemic hit,
right,
Flints have just been sitting in Foot Lockers, like just waiting, right? So they pushed the day to the end of the end of this month, actually, end of May is the actual release date. But I have a feeling that Nike and them are going to do some kind of shock drop because the Last Dance is tonight.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'm on the lookout. 6 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, I have those Flints, and I have some ones that I think they're fake or some shit, and they're all just beat up. They just look like they just didn't age well at all.
I like the Flints, but I like the 3M Flints, and the 3M Flints is the ones that's dropping tonight. The 3, I don't know if you know about the 3M, but it has like the.
Just text me.
Huh?
Just text me.
Yeah, it had like the mesh on the side. But anyway, back to the Last Dance. Okay. So Last Dance is cool. Episode 1 through 8 is out right now. 9 and 10 gonna come out tonight. I've been watching it faithfully every Sunday for the most part. I think it's dope. I don't think it should be called The Last Dance. Personally, I think it should be called the Michael Jordan story of Chicago Bulls because literally it's all about him when he started to when he left. It ain't got shit to do with The Last Dance, to be honest. The Last Dance would technically be his last season. We didn't even talk about the last season for like 8 episodes. So I don't know what the fuck they call it The Last Dance for, but that's neither here nor there. I earned a level of respect that I never had for Scottie Pippen watching this shit. I think Scottie Pippen is amazing.
Yes.
I think Scottie Pippen deserves a lot more praise that a lot of people don't give him. Totally dope. I think Scottie Pippen showed how powerful and how strong he was when Michael Jordan retired that one time and he led the Bulls to the playoffs.
Right.
They were actually doing their thing for the most part. Yeah. They didn't really fall off that much. So that should show you right there how dope Scottie actually is.
Right.
I think yeah, man. I mean, did you watch episode 7 like I told you?
I couldn't. I had to watch it today. I didn't get to watch it, but if you.
Okay, so that's fine, no problem. Episode 7. The reason why I want to talk about it at the end, right? They interview Michael Jordan, and they ask him. They say, "Why do you think that your teammates like kind of hated you for the most part? Like, why did they not have a good relationship with you?" And the nigga really started to cry. Like he was like, it was never my intention to be hard or tough on them. He was like, my goal was to push them. He was like, I saw their potential. He was like, I wanted to strive for greatness. So I pushed them to achieve what I wanted them to do. And the nigga literally walked off. Like, he was like, I can't. He was like, because it hurts me that they think of me like that. You know what I'm saying? And he walked off. And like I told you off air, I love that because I felt like I got to see the real MJ, not this character, not this persona, but how he really felt about his craft and his art. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, I felt like that was pretty dope. Overall, like I said, I think it's a dope documentary. I think hopefully they end it on a good tonight with the 9 and 10 episode. But I think because sports ain't on, and that's the only sport that we really got right now is watching this documentary, I'm cool with it.
No, right.
You know me, I'm all about documentaries. I like documentaries. I like seeing the inside, behind the scenes type shit. Yeah. And honestly, I can't wait for the Kobe documentary that's supposed to drop now too. Mm-hmm. You know, LeBron's supposed to be working on some documentaries, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But how you feel about it?
I wasn't, I wasn't gonna watch this show, but it was. You hear so much about it, and you talked about it, so I had to, and I really like it. And let me tell you something. Before we really get into the GOAT discussion, the real GOAT here, Jerry Krause. People hated him, and they thought he was dirty, but the motherfucker was a mastermind. Mm-hmm. This nigga signed Scottie Pippen for Coors Light and a pack of smokes. And people were mad, like, he didn't give him his money. And I was mad at first, but I thought about it. I was like, that's not his job. His job as a businessman is to save money the best way he can. If you take the contract, that's on you. Scottie Pippen should have a better agent or whatever. He should have asked for more money because he obviously was a lot more valuable than people give him credit for.
So I actually wrote some notes down. Two things I didn't actually talk about that I want to kind of talk about is I love how Michael Jordan finds motivation in the craziest shit. Like, he'll literally find anything to motivate him to, like, go off. Okay. So it was two things that I noticed. Like, so one time they were playing against the Sonics, I think in the finals, and George Karl was the coach. Yeah. And they were at dinner, and George Karl, like, walked by and didn't say nothing to him. And he was like, motherfucker, you're not going to speak to me? Like, you know me. Like, you used to, we boys.
North Carolina.
Like, okay.
North Carolina.
He was like, okay, I'm going to bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? You going to know my name. You know what I'm saying? So he did that. I thought that was dope. I was like, that nigga MJ crazy for that. But another time that he used something that actually didn't even happen. I don't know if you probably didn't see this. I think this is episode 7, actually, where one of these players, it was like a rookie or something. I don't even know his nigga name. He's probably trash now. But he was, like, playing against MJ, and he was doing him, nigga. Like, the nigga dropped 35 that night, right? And MJ had, like, a terrible game. So at the end of the game, supposedly, he walked up to MJ and was like, hey, man, good game. MJ looked at him and was like, all right, motherfucker. So the next night, they played each other on a back-to-back. MJ went up to his teammates and told them niggas the story, right? And was like, hey, nigga, whatever he scored in that whole game, I'm going to drop in the first half. That nigga MJ dropped 36 in the first half on his ass and walked up to him at halftime and was like, hey, man, good game. But supposedly that story wasn't true. Like, the nigga, because like, after the game, I guess Scottie went up to him and was like, hey, did that really happen? He was like, nah, I just used it as motivation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit was crazy. But the one thing that kind of pissed me off is the fact that I don't remember this, maybe because I was younger, but the fact that the news and the media tried to blame him for his dad's death, I thought that was fucked up. I thought that was fucked up. And truth be told, I know how you looking right now, and a lot of people ain't gonna be able to see this because you ain't gonna probably watch the Zoom, and that's cool.
Oh, you watch the Zoom, you see my face.
Yeah, I understand, honestly, that MJ was doing a lot of gambling. I get that.
Yeah, it was gambling with Bob for marketing.
Yes. Fucking marketing. That nigga was fucked up, too. But my question to you is, do you honestly think that was the reason why his dad died? Let's just keep it real. Let's have an open discussion.
I'm not going to say it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. If it was the reason why his dad passed away, because they showed Michael gambling so much, like, and they didn't show you everything. Just to be honest.
Yeah,
they gonna tell you everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
He might have got some debts or did some wrong shit. It probably got to the point where he had to shave some points in basketball. It probably went that far. He had a problem gambling. When he did that interview with Ahmaud Arbery, and he said, I'm going to do an interview with you. I'm going to do an interview and tell everybody I don't have a problem. The nigga had glasses on, looking like a damn alcoholic. Like, he looked, he had some kind of problem. He's like, no, I don't gamble. I don't have a problem. And Ahmaud Arbery was like, well, it didn't look good because you weren't glasses. It looked like something's wrong. I think he had a problem that we didn't see, and I think ultimately I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't lead to his father's death.
I would agree with that.
I don't think it was on accident.
I agree with that it could be, but just the fact that even if it was, like, the media just blowing that up and, like, you know, he grieving his dad's death, like, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sucks.
Remember when he won the championship and they had the camera all on his butt and shit? They all watching him cry on the ground. I was like,
yeah, that was crazy.
Vultures.
At the end of the day, though, I felt like they I mean, whether that was the truth or not, they should at least gave that nigga some, which I know the media doesn't do at all, but they should at least gave him some time to, like, grieve and get over it. But that's not how the news and media works.
Need ratings.
Yeah, they need ratings, of course. So I thought that was pretty fucked up. But do I think that that's what happened? It's a high probability that's what happened.
We don't know.
We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Did they ever catch his dad's killer?
I don't think so. I don't think they ever did. But like I said, the whole thing with Last Dance, watch it. It's a great documentary. I hope that it ends well tonight, and hopefully we get some flints, because I can always use some more troops.
This nigga.
Always.
We talking about empowerment. You talking about spending some J's. I'm just playing.
I mean, resale value, baby.
I'm fucking with you, man. And then they still live your life, whatever. I'm not do what you want. I'm just fucking with you.
Resale value, baby.
Yeah. But now, going back to Jerry Krause, man, he cut me off. Jerry Krause was dope, my nigga. Like, this nigga put together a championship team. People hated him. He told niggas this is that last year, if you don't do this, and they still got in line, still won championships for him. And the cold thing was when they got Tony Kukoc, they're like, yeah, this nigga right here we gonna get. And they fucked Tony Kukoc up in the Olympics.
Fucked his ass
they
up.
fucked him up.
Especially in the Olympics, nigga. They went at his ass and destroyed him. Made it look bad. Made him look like Nelly in Versus, nigga.
Right. I think Charles Barkley was saying something like, yeah, he did it for Scottie Pippen pretty much, because I guess they feel like he's going to take Scottie Pippen's place. Yep. And Jerry Krause didn't give a shit. He's like, nigga, he's still coming. And guess what? They put together a team, all the niggas together, and it went perfect. And they went 72-10 with that motherfucking team. So, and they won a championship. So, I think Jerry Krause is the real GOAT here.
I agree. So, since we're talking about GOATs, let's move over.
Hold on. Before we get into that, I'm talking about more about the Last Dance. I thought you still want to talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Funny shit to me was Gary Payton.
Wow, what Gary say?
Yeah, I gave him fits. What did he say? He said I guess Michael was worried about him. The niggas only won like one game.
Gary locked up MJ like once, I think.
Because they said George Karl didn't want to put him on him the whole series because he needed him for offense, whatever. Which I get, because niggas gonna be very tired trying to score and guard Michael Jordan all day, because Michael Jordan ain't gonna stop. So he thought he was really doing something. They put him on that one game, and he had a good game against them. They won, and that was it.
That was literally it, nigga.
That was it. And what about
shit else?
Right. And what about Steve Kerr fighting back? Surprised at that.
Cool. That was cool. He earned his respect. You know what I'm saying? But Steve Kerr still know his place. Nigga. He's Steve Kerr, nigga. Like, it ain't nothing else to it.
Another thing was the thing we did with the Horace Grant. I'm like, he told Horace Grant, he said, told the flight attendant, don't give him no food because he played like shit.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. See,
that's the shit I'm talking. See, I mean,
that was some bullshit.
You gotta square up.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. MJ had a problem. I'm gonna be honest with you. He had a problem. He had a fucking problem. Whether it was gambling, whether it was being too. I mean, there's a fine line between being competitive and being too competitive, and that shit was crazy.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's some shit that if it happened today, niggas, like you said, niggas is squaring up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck are you?
So I don't know, but you done with Last Dance so we can get into this heated conversation?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. So recently there was an article that came out. I believe it was ESPN or Sports Illustrated or some whack source, because the shit was whack. And they came out with a top 10 list of NBA players greatest of all time.
Okay.
Number one, like always, they always say Michael Jordan number one.
Okay.
But then they had LeBron at number two.
Okay.
They had Kobe Bean Bryant, RIP, at number 8.
So?
What the? So? What? How, Sway? How?
He's top 10, but he's not.
How, Sway?
He's not top 5.
Kobe Bryant is not top 5 greatest of all time?
No. He's not even in front of Shaq.
How the fuck is LeBron number 2?
Okay, I will say this. LeBron number 2, LeBron my nigga. You know he my nigga. Is he number 2? I'm not gonna say he's number 2, but he's high up there.
So you mean to tell me LeBron is higher than Kobe?
Yep.
You're fucking smoking crack, bro.
Why? What are we basing this off of?
Crack.
What are we basing this off
You're
of?
smoking crack. Even LeBron himself would tell you he's not higher than Kobe, bro.
LeBron's modest. LeBron is higher than Kobe. I'm sorry.
How? State facts. I want to know how. How?
He's higher than Kobe.
How?
Okay. If we're talking about overall awards and statistics, you could say championship.
I'm not talking about that. I didn't even bring that up. We ain't talking about that.
Okay,
I just want to know how.
Cool. Kobe Bryant in his life only has 1 MVP, right? He has one. But you test statistics. Do you want me?
Bruh, when LeBron was wait, listen to me. When LeBron was going up against MVP, tell me other MVP candidates. I'll wait. Tell me other MVP candidates.
Tim Duncan. He went to the
same year. Wait. The same year LeBron won MVP, Tim Duncan was in the race.
Oh, I think he's talking about who. And I misheard the question. Who was the candidate?
Talking about that season.
You don't remember second place.
Bruh.
Nigga, this nigga Kobe lost to Steve Nash.
Exactly, and that was a fucking fluke. I agree. There's no way in hell Steve Nash should have won fucking MVP.
But hold on. But the thing with that is the Lakers didn't do shit that year. Didn't the Phoenix put them niggas out? Ask me questions.
So we basing this shit. We basing this shit off of MVPs. That's what we basing it off of.
Nigga, you ain't let me finish.
Go ahead.
We talking about overall everything. I said championships. No, you said I didn't talk about championships. Okay, so what else we gonna talk about this? MVPs. LeBron got 4 of them motherfuckers. Kobe got 1. Finals MVP.
Shaq got 2. So that means Shaq got 2. So LeBron better than Shaq?
Yeah, LeBron better than Shaq. See, your only thing is because it's championship and you love Kobe so much. That's why you're doing this. You got to take that shit out. Are we talking about championships? Yes, Kobe has more championships. Okay, Robert Roy got more championships.
How could you be the GOAT and you 3 and 6 in the finals?
We're not talking about GOAT right now. We're talking about on the list. You're not talking about GOAT. We're talking about the list.
Okay, so my question is, what makes him the GOAT?
I'm not saying. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying LeBron's a GOAT. I'm not saying that. We're talking about your argument was Kobe was number 8, LeBron's number 2. How is that? I'm not saying LeBron's a GOAT, but he is higher on the list than Kobe being Bryant. I'm sorry, he is. Yes, he is. Overall, people love Kobe. Kobe did for LA and won the championship like that. You can't take that away from him overall. But that's where it stops. LeBron is better points wise. Kobe may have them. Rebounds, assists, steals. It's all LeBron. Understand that LeBron overall is a better player overall. We're talking about the bigger picture. We're not talking about championships. LeBron has more finals MVPs than Kobe. Does he not have more finals MVPs? And Kobe has more championships. How does that work? He has more championships than LeBron, but LeBron has more finals MVPs.
Oh my God.
So, okay, tell me how Kobe's better without championships.
Right.
No, tell me how Kobe. No, since you said championships weren't a barometer of what we're talking about. No. Tell me how Kobe's better without championships than LeBron. Please tell me. Without championships, let's talk about that.
He's a better scorer. He has a better killer instinct. He's not 3 and 6 in the fucking NBA finals.
You just said we're not talking about that.
I didn't say rings. I said 3 and 6 record.
What's his record in the finals?
3 and 6, 3 and 5, something.
Okay.
He's 3 and something.
Okay.
He got a losing record in the final. I'll tell you that. Kobe doesn't have a losing record in the finals.
So okay.
Kobe's only lost the finals twice, if I'm not mistaken. Kobe's 5-2, I think, or something like that.
They lost to the Celtics.
They lost to the Celtics. They lost to the Pistons. 2.
Right. Okay. Hey, hold on. In a year they lost to the Pistons, they had to get more help. They had to get 4 MVP.
You talking about old ass Karl Malone and old ass Gary Payton?
Hold on. Did they not go win 60 games that year?
I don't know how the stats in front of me. I don't.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Don't worry about it. I get it for you.
Yeah. But while you pulling that up though, let's talk about something that we talked about off air though. Why?
Lakers.
Why? was I gonna say?
They were
Why?
50,
Why?
well, hold on. With old ass Karl Malone, they were 56 and 26, and they went to the finals. With old ass Karl Malone, and they only lost the finals because Karl Malone got hurt. With old ass Karl Malone. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, so my question is, can we agree that 3 of the best basketball players of all time, 3, no matter how you want to organize it, should be MJ, LeBron, and Kobe? Can we agree to that?
No.
I feel like we should at least agree to that.
You Kareem.
I'll say, okay, Kareem and Magic Johnson. Top 5. Those in the top 5. No matter because we're not gonna agree with how we order it. I understand that. That's not what the argument. But can we agree that in the top 5, those are the top 5 greatest players of all time?
I'm trying to think who was, because I'm a LeBron fan, and I'm gonna speak real. But LeBron doesn't get enough credit. People say he went to 9 finals, but you lost 6 of them. Like, nigga, the fact that you went to 9. Hold on, listen. You were so dominant to get there on a Cleveland Cavaliers team for the most part.
Right.
Like, who had nigga? One year they went to the finals against Tim Duncan in the Big 3. You know who they had on the team? Danielle Marshall, Wally Zerbiak. Who else did they have on the team? Nobody. Booby Gibson. Hold on. Booby Gibson. And can you name anybody else was on the team? Who did the Spurs have? Who did the Spurs have? The Spurs had Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, a Big 3. LeBron pretty much went by himself. He beat Detroit the year before, the playoff series before by himself in the fourth quarter, killed them niggas, and went to the finals, and they lost. But look who we had. That's fucking amazing.
All right, so I got a question for you.
I'm listening.
Serious question. How many rings or how dominant would LeBron be if he wasn't drafted with the Cleveland Cavaliers and he was on the West Coast? Because let's be honest, the West Coast is harder to get to the finals. The East Coast, he had an easy route, for the most part, an easy way to get to the finals pretty much damn near every year.
Nigga, Detroit won a championship. They beat y'all niggas the year before, and he went, like a couple years before. Detroit, he had to go against Detroit. Rasheed Wallace, Buck Billups, the niggas that smoked y'all. The same team that smoked y'all, he went against them in the Eastern Conference Finals and bust their ass in the fourth quarter by himself. Don't give me that shit. It's easy. So literally,
you mean something the Eastern Conference ain't easier, bro? You know damn you gassing yourself up right now. The Eastern Conference ain't easier because half of the fucking teams in the West Coast would have been like top 4 seeds in the Eastern Conference. Half of the the bottom 4 wouldn't even make the playoffs in the West Coast.
Did the Lakers lose to Detroit in the easy conference?
Facts. You're stating facts.
That's what I'm saying. So it can't be
but
that.
You're giving me one argument though.
But you're talking about the easy. For one, look, hold on. Put it like this. Nothing in life is easy. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nothing in life is easy. Yes, is the Eastern Conference not as competitive? Maybe so. But guess what? You have to. There's no guarantee that he was going to get there. There's no guarantee.
I agree with that. I never said that. I said easy. I never said it was guaranteed.
But you said easy.
It was easy. Name another dominant East Coast team at that time. Name another dominant East Coast team.
It was easy. Nigga, look at LeBron's team. Okay.
Name another dominant East Coast team at that time.
Right here. Okay. Let me hold on. Be honest with me. And this is the guy, and you better be honest. You take LeBron off Cleveland, you put Kobe there. Are they doing the same thing LeBron's doing? No. Because they're different players. And now it's my whole thing was LeBron's a different player. Kobe is a shooting guard. He shoots. He really doesn't make people better around him. He's an imitation of Michael Jordan. But the thing with Michael Jordan, and the thing with Kobe,
that's what I'm saying. How can you say Michael Jordan is the?
Go ahead.
How can you say Michael Jordan is number 1, but then you say the imitation or Michael Jordan 2.0 ain't just as good?
But let me get to that. LeBron, okay, overall awards, he has MVPs. He has Defensive Player of the Year awards. He has his whole.
Bruh. And I hate to say this, and you're not gonna agree with me, and I understand why, because you don't really. And I mean, I understand you respect Kobe, but you don't really care for Kobe too much, and I understand that. I get it. But the NBA, and even Shaq said this shit, the NBA hates the fucking Lakers. Hates the Lakers. So when it came to MVPs, defensive player, all that shit, there was years when Shaq and Kobe could have won MVP. They didn't even look our fucking way. They gave it to fucking Steve Nash. If you look at the statistics, the stats that year, though, Kobe was killing Steve Nash, points, assists, all that shit. And they gave it to fucking Steve Nash.
No, let me tell you why they gave it to Steve Nash. It's the most valuable player award. he was valuable for his team. His team went to the playoffs and ball, and they did this whole new 10 seconds of whatever they were doing. It was just like the Warriors, how the Warriors kind of changed the game. He was valuable for his team. To get that ball, he was valuable. Kobe and they were struggling.
Truth of the matter, though, how much weight does the MVP trophy really have? Because if you got people like James Harden who ain't doing shit in the playoffs winning MVP, if you got Russell Westbrook winning MVP, all these people that ain't doing shit, it's like, what weight does that really have?
But wait, okay, so you can do the same thing with championships. I could say, okay, Kobe got 5 of them. Okay, cool. But what was his average in the finals? Like 30-something points, 34 points? Right? Right, hold on. Was his average like 34? Let's say 34 points.
Probably.
Right? But the team, he didn't score all the points for the team. It was a team effort.
But since you brought up rings, I got a question about rings. You brought up rings, because I wasn't even going to bring up rings.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, we're talking about stats overall, like MVP, all this stuff.
So how many rings does Michael Jordan have without Pippen?
None.
How many rings does LeBron have without Kyrie and D Wade?
1 each.
No. Answer the question. How many rings does LeBron have without D Wade or Kyrie?
He went to
How many rings does LeBron have without D Wade or Kyrie?
He has 1 without Kyrie. He has 2 without Kyrie.
How many do we have without D Wade?
1.
So to combine, if I ask you the question, how many does he have without D Wade or Kyrie?
He's one without Kyrie. He's 1 without Dwayne Wade.
Answer the question. He has 0 without either one of them, right?
Nigga, but you said.
Okay, wait. How many? Okay, so everybody likes to compare Kobe to Shaq, right? How many rings Kobe got without Shaq?
He got 2 without Shaq. Okay.
And who else? Who was his supporting cast on those 2? And you better not say fucking Derek.
Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol wasn't nigga. Andrew Bynum, Paul Gasol. They went against a young. They beat a young. Oh, didn't know OKC beat them next year.
Bro, nigga. Paul Gasol.
That's so disrespectful.
I would have respected you more if you would have said how many rings.
No, we're gonna.
I would have respected you more if you would have said how many rings Kobe got without Derek Fisher. I would have respected you more, because then I would have had an argument. You would have been like 0.
What year they won a championship? 2010, right?
This nigga said Paul Gasol. God damn.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna show you something. Because you think because of names that Paul Gasol was solid for that team. They were a good put together team. Is he Shaq? No, he's not. So let's look when they beat Boston, which was a great win. Hold on. I just know something you said. I'm gonna go back to this too. But you said the East was easy, and yet y'all lost to the East twice. Actually, no. Kobe lost to the East twice.
Yeah, and so did LeBron.
Wait a minute.
LeBron couldn't get past the Celtics.
But you're saying it's easy, so that negates your argument.
Not necessarily.
Hold on. Let's go stats. And you can't say Paul Gasol wasn't putting in work.
Because LeBron wasn't going to the finals during those years. LeBron didn't start going to the finals. Wait. When did LeBron start going to the finals? Those 9 years straight.
Nigga, you since
it was 9 years straight, right? Or no, if I'm not mistaken.
It was 9 in a row until last year.
So that was after our dominance when we won against the Celtics, right? The Celtics broke up after that. That's when Paul Pierce and KG went to Brooklyn. Those were those years. That's what I'm telling you. Who was dominant at that time during those 9-year span? You're bringing up old shit like the Pistons. We're not talking about the Pistons. That's old. We're talking about the 9 years when he went to the finals. Who was dominant? Who was he going up against that was busting his ass every year? There was nobody over there.
All right, nigga. You sound crazy, but all right. Detroit wasn't.
Give me a team.
Detroit, nigga.
But Detroit was not dominant during that 9-year span. You're talking about the old Detroit team that we bust that beat our ass.
There though, they were still there, and they went. He scored 30 points.
You're talking about Rasheed Wallace. You're talking about Rasheed Wallace, Bill Wallace, all that shit.
Nigga, they won the Eastern Conference Finals. You think Detroit wasn't good in the Eastern Conference Finals?
That was old. That's you getting your years messed up, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
They went when LeBron went to the finals against and lost to San Antonio. Who did they play for the Eastern Conference Finals?
I'm about to look it up right now. I'm curious.
2007. Who did they play in the Eastern Conference Finals? And I want you to look at the stat line and look at how many points LeBron scored in the fourth quarter. But I'm gonna show you. Hold on. But while I got these stats right now, Game 1 of the Lakers versus the what's the shit? The Celtics. Let's see what Paul Gasol scored. Let's see what Kobe had. Where's the point? I just had this shit too. You fucked me up. Kobe had 30 points, 7 rebounds.
Them niggas went in 2011.
No, 2007. Go back. 2006 or 5. 2006. Keep going. When the year they played the San Antonio Spurs, the year before, they played Detroit, and Detroit was one. They were close to getting back to the finals. Pau Gasol had 23 and 14 rebounds.
Okay, I see it here. I see what you said. Cavaliers beat Pistons. Defeated Pistons 4 out of 2 games. He's wrong.
How many points did LeBron have in the fourth? How many points? Yeah, he had 56 points that game.
Okay.
Who else was on the team? Tell me who else is on the fucking team. Thank you.
Nigga, you need a blood pressure medication, nigga?
I am. Hold on. So, game 1 against the Celtics, Pau Gasol had 23 and 14. Let's go to the next game. When they lost. Pau Gasol, again, 25 points, 8 rebounds. That's game 2. Let's go game 3. Lakers won this game. Nah, you gonna listen to this shit, nigga.
I'm listening, nigga.
Where's it at?
You mad, nigga. You big mad, nigga.
Cause you trying to say I'm talking shit. Pau Gasol, what did he have? He had 13 and 10 that game. Kobe had 29. Derek Fisher had 16. And Meta only had 2 points. Game 4, Boston won. Pau Gasol had 21 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Game 5.
This nigga TR, the president. President of Pau Gasol fan club.
He had 12 and 12. Kobe had 38. I want to know because I'm gonna tell you something, and people don't remember this, but I remember it. And I'm not even hating on Lakers. I'm glad they won because I didn't like Boston. Pau had 17 and 13, doing his part. Kobe had 26. Meta had 15. The final game, game 7.
I will say this.
When they won it all.
I will say this.
What?
And like I said earlier in the episode.
Yeah, 15 and 15. Yeah, 15.
I ain't got no problem admitting I was wrong. Pau Gasol he did his part.
He
don't get enough respect. It's kind of like Scotty though. It's kind of like Scotty. We forget about Scotty a lot of the time.
But hold on. But your point was how many championships did LeBron without Kyrie and D Wade, which is not the same argument because he won with 2 different people. But you're saying how many championships did Scotty win without
Kobe?
You just call Pau Gasol Scotty. But then,
I did not. No,
but you're saying how many championships did he win without? Did Michael win without Scotty? And your whole point was he won without Shaq. But then now you're saying it was like the equivalent of Scotty was like Pau Gasol. What you're saying is you just say he's like a Scotty, so it's almost like the equivalent of what you're saying.
Yeah.
My point is they had solid teams to win. Pau Gasol was solid. He wasn't a big name, but he was solid. Everybody pulled their weight on the Lakers team. It wasn't Kobe by himself. It damn sure wasn't Kobe by himself because he don't pass the ball. He shoot the motherfucker, which he's supposed to. He's a shooting guard. Whatever. So
at the end of the day, we started this argument. We're gonna agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, and I told you this off air. Like, I don't understand why 2 people can't be great at the same time. I think we talked about that. And I'm a firm believer that Michael. There's no such thing as GOAT because the GOAT is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like your GOAT gonna be different from my GOAT, gonna be different from SG GOAT, gonna be different from everybody. Like it's subjective. Right. So So at the end of the day, I mean, personally, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. LeBron might be yours or whoever is yours. That's fine, but that's me. That's what I'm gonna say. But
okay, go ahead.
But like I said, I don't understand why 2 people can't be great at the same time because in the history of African Americans, the only 2 people that can be great at the same time and nobody ever fights about it is Michael Jackson and Prince. We never argue with them 2. Right. And I don't understand why. Like, why is that? Like, we talked about that a little bit, but why do you think that is?
Well, it's because sports is a competitive game. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody claims to be the best. Michael Jordan thinks he's the best. Kobe thought he was the best. Everybody thinks they're the best. So quite naturally, if you're in a competitive game, you're going to try to put yourself against each other. Then then the media gets into it and starts constructing these arguments and stuff like that. So I don't think it's a race thing. It's just a competitive thing.
Yeah.
It's all competition. So,
But how you feel about the whole Michael Jackson versus Prince? Like, it's never been an argument. Like, nobody ever, you know what I'm saying?
Because they make music. They don't compete. They don't play against each other. Like, you got to think about it. LeBron and Kobe played against each other in games. They went against each other. They battled. Then people like me, like, nigga, LeBron's better. Niggas like you, no, Kobe better. He got more of this, and he does this, and that. So, of course, that's when the combative starts because they play against each other. One does one thing. One wins more championships. The other one doesn't. It's competition. Music, you're in your own lane. You're not going to get somebody for music. You're making music for your customers. So,
I mean, I get that, but maybe it's the type of music they put out. Maybe it's because it's like R&B. Because in hip hop, we get that shit all the time. You got Jay-Z versus Nas. You got Tupac and Biggie. You got all these people going up against each other because it's more of like a battle. You know what I'm saying? Rap or whatever.
But rap started as a battle. It started with the battles and all that stuff. So that's why it's a competitive game. So R&B is not competitive like that. That's why you have to go to the conversation. It's competitive. Niggas was on freestyling against each other. That's how it started.
Yeah.
So
for those of y'all who've been following us since the very first episode, our first episode started off with you know what I'm saying, the top 20 West Coast rappers. And me and TR privately have been debating if we want to do another list like that, East Coast rappers. So, you know what I'm saying? Once this episode comes out, let us know, comments, whatever, if y'all want that.
Right.
Me personally, I don't. Be honest.
I do.
I don't want that smoke. TR wants the smoke. TR wants all the smoke. So, I mean, just let us know. If y'all want it, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. Yeah. Anything you want to leave them on, TR?
No, it was a good episode. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I missed it, man. I'm glad we back in the booth. I'm glad we back, you know what I'm saying, knocking them out. And we'll see, like I said, what the next episode gonna look like.
For sure, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll try to keep it coming more frequently. Try not to leave you guys on a long hiatus anymore. So thanks for rocking with us, and we out.